Hello everyone and welcome back to Sarang Menon Academy. In this video, we'll be exploring how to take input from the user. Now by taking input from the user, we'll make our program interactive. Means users can also interact with the system and then the system will answer those queries or the response which has been given by the user in real time. So let's get started. Let's go to VS Code. Then let's create a new file. Let's name it as userinput.py. And then in order to collect input from the user, we'll use a function called input. Right, now we'll write input, then open parentheses. Then inside it we'll write, let's say, enter your nationality or enter your favorite food. Enter your favorite food. And let's put a separator and we'll put a space. Now, why are we putting space? Now, by putting space, we ensure that the user's response is clearly visible to the system and to the user. Now, let's first run this command itself and let's see what the system throws us as the output. As you can see, it asks, enter your favorite food. Now, if I enter my favorite food, let's say idli, and hit enter, as you can see, the program terminated. The moment I entered my favorite food, it is not giving me any response. Now, the next step that we'll learn is to make our system respond to the user's response which has been given by the user. Now, let's add a print statement. And then inside print, I'll write your favorite food is. And then by concatenation, I'll first put this inside a variable called fav food, and then I'll write here plus fav food. Now this is concatenation. I have concatenated this variable with this string. And now let's print. Now once I have executed the code, enter your favorite food, I'll write idli. And as you can see, it has written your favorite food is idli. Now this is how we make our program respond to the response which has been given by the user. Now this is for string. As you can see, enter your favorite food. This is a string. But suppose I need to ask the user for his or her age or their favorite number or any decimal number or any use case I need where I need to ask the user for an integer input. Then I can't use this command. Why? Let's try. If I could create a variable called number, then I write input, enter a number, and then let me just print number plus number. And let's see if it works or not. Let's run. As you can see, it asks for entering my favorite food. I have entered and it asks for a number. Let me enter the number called 5. Now as you can see, it has given me the result correctly, number 5. But here, this 5 is not treated as an integer. This is treated as a string. Now how do we know if it has been treated as an integer? We have a specific command or a function in Python which tells us the data type of a variable. So if I write print and write type, then I write number, and then if I execute, let me give the answers. As you can see, number it has written 5 is a string. Str means string. That means this 5 is not an integer. This is a string. So while our Python program is taking input and giving me the output, but it's considering 5 as a string, not as an integer. Now you might be wondering, it doesn't make any difference when the program considers it as an integer or a string. We are getting the output, but it's not, because in this type of use cases, yes, it doesn't make any difference. But if we want to perform some arithmetic operations, or we need to check condition where some exact criteria of a number or an integer should match, then this would fail, because this is treating it as a string, not an integer. Now, how will we make our program treat it as an integer? I'll Before input, I'll write int and then open parenthesis and then close the parenthesis. And now, since it's since it's an integer, I need to typecast it. So in order to typecast it, I'll write str and then I'll write the variable name number. Now if I run the code, let me enter my favorite food. Let me enter a number. As you can see, now it has written class int. That means it is an integer. Now Python is treating our number as an integer. Now in a similar manner, to take input as a float, I can write decimal number, then is equal to, instead of int, I'll write float, then input, and then enter decimal number, and then print. Let's print the type of decimal number, and then let's execute our code. As you can see, this is treating it as class float. Now now by using this type function, we can get the data type of anything. We can get the data type of a data structure, which we learn in later videos. We can get data type of variables of a particular object that we have created. So we can get the data type of anything in Python using the type function which we have used. Now let's create a project. Now let's create a new file, and then let's create a project called personal, or let's create it as favorite things.py. Now in this project, basically it's a mini project. Now in this mini project, we'll collect the input from the user about his or her favorite color, favorite food, favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite place, favorite country, etc. So basically, this project will collect information from the user about their favorite things. Now let's write print. Welcome to favorite things um, diary. Let's say this is a diary. Now this is a normal print statement, which means I have printed this text to the screen so that the user knows that this is a favorite things diary where I can note down my favorite thing. And then I can write favorite. Let's say favorite city is equal to input. What is your favorite city? And then leave a space. And then favorite color. Favorite color input. What is your favorite color? Then favorite. Let's take favorite monument equal to input. What is your favorite monument? Then favorite pet input. What is your favorite pet? Then for the integer part, we can collect favorite number, int input. What is your favorite number? Again, we are using int because it is collecting an integer input, not a string input. And then we'll print everything. So we'll print your favorite things. And then let's print favorite city, which would be printed with concatenation. Favorite color, then it will be monument. Now pet, and then favorite number. The favorite number would be typecasted because since it's an integer, and then we'll print everything. Now, as you can see, it prints the greeting message, welcome to Favorite Things Diary. Now, what is your favorite city? I'll enter my favorite city as, let's take Mumbai. What's your favorite color? Green. What's your favorite monument? I'll take as my favorite monument, let's say Agra Fort. What's your favorite pet? Dog. What is your favorite number? I'll just enter random number 1. And then as you can see, it prints my favorite things: city, color, monument, pet, number. Now, in the similar manner, we can create many things such as favorite movie collector, or inside this favorite things file itself, we can let the user, we can ask the user to enter his or her favorite movie, favorite um, personality. We can ask many things from the user. Now, this was a mini project. I hope you all got an thorough understanding of how do we use user input to collect information from user and display it in a clean order. Now, in later when we move to build actual real world projects in Python, we would actually need to use user input a lot, because we many times we would face a situation where we need to collect information from the user, whether it be authentication where we need to collect information such as username, password, email ID, etc. from the user, or or a memo application where users can note down the things. So in those all projects, we need to collect information from the user. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video, and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching this video.